Hi Gamergate. The following is a Twitter conversation between Sarah Butts and Simonov Carbine. I present it to you here in its entirety so you can make up your own mind. Enjoy!
Gamergate explains why they support harassers and doxers. Welcome them in their movement. Shouldn't harassment be a continued and repetitive action, though? That's the purpose of the word, is to indicate... Well, let's start there. Why does Gamergate support the people that do this repeatedly, such as Roguestar, Fart? Personally, I don't support those actions if they do it, but I share some of their opinions, and I think that an idea is worth supporting. I'll support it no matter who is behind it.
Fart is gone, and you guys force Rogue to do everything using his formal account, meaning no more fucking with you guys. That's right, you won twice. You can't believe it for yourself, can you? You just can't believe your efforts were actually successful. You got Fart to fuck off and Rogue to do everything with his formal account, effectively eliminating this harassment you cite. And yet you are still unable to shut up about them. Why? Have you realized that this was a Pyrrhic victory, and that by getting rid of people you painted as harassers, you actually made the narrative less credible? After all, if these two supposed worst harassers are gone, and if Gamergate has actually cut off support for one of them, why do you continue to push this crap? Wouldn't it make more sense to say, Gamergate has been purged, they no longer support harassment, let's join up? Or to at least stop attacking us 24/7? Fuck, some of us are even getting A-team accounts banned. We're actually dealing with third-party trolls. It's as if we actually give a fuck about our stated goals and don't actually tolerate harassment. Of course, none of this will change your views about Gamergate. God Empress Sarki declared it a harassment group, so of course we are perpetual devils. Nothing we do will change your opinion or the opinions of the rest of anti-Gamergate. This is why PR doesn't work. There's nothing we can do to change the way these guys think about us. We could actually do all of the horrific shit you accuse us of on a daily basis and nothing would change on your end. So why even bother with PR at all? Your inability to change your views, to give Gamergate even one iota of credit for anything positive while smearing us non-stop?
I gave Gamergate credit in the past for changing Forcerius out, etc.
And then you go right back to your standard MO. The only way for us to stop being hated by you is to focus so much on what you think is important, conducting pointless witch hunts against harassment, as opposed to what we think is important, which I'm sure you're aware of at this point. I shouldn't even have to explain it to you. The only way for you to like us is if we become you. If we become a group focused on witch hunts and making things safe. That's the opposite of what we want. We want gaming journalism to be about video games, and we want their coverage to be fair and unbiased. That is what we want.
The problem is, you define fair and unbiased as agreeing with you.
We define it as talking about the fucking video game and not writing a thesis on gender studies.
So you're of the opinion feminists should not be able to speak about games?
I don't want ideology in my games, period. You could be a libertarian, a neocon, a Marxist-Leninist, whatever. Just don't try to turn my hobby into propaganda for your views. I alone believe that everyone has the right to say what they want.
Anyone is allowed to speak about games for whatever ideological worldview they like. Trying to harass or terrorize people for that is childish and gross.
Then you should stop doing what you do and fucking dogs.
This, right there, Carbine, this is why Gamergate is a toxic hate group. All they do is harass people with libel, stalk people, terrorize them, dox people, out-trans people.
You know what? I know someone else who is regularly accused of dog fucking. My good friend at Critical Kelly. The difference between her and you is that she understands that it's a fucking joke and plays along with it. Meanwhile, you use it for brownie points regarding harassment. You get, what, half a dozen tweets like that in response to any one of your posts, as opposed to the massive circle jerk that goes on in the comments? My position on this is that it's words on a screen and you can ignore it very easily. I've done it before. Not hard.
This isn't something I can walk away from when I shut off my computer. It follows me. It will for years.
Well, shit, if that's true, I hope the people responsible are stopped. Even you don't deserve that shit. But you shouldn't conflate people with me with people like them. People like them obviously don't give a fuck about our actual goals. They would probably just leave you alone like the vast majority of Gamergate if this was the case. You need to understand that most Gamergaters don't know about whatever's going on in your life at all. Seriously, I had no clue until now. If we did know, we'd probably condemn them. just like you saw right now. But
There are steps Gamergate can take to mitigate this kind of thing from happening to others, but they refuse to.
like what? What can we do to control actions that we already condemn? I don't even know who these people are. We aren't even aware you faced any actual, in real life, legit harassment, which is why we think you're overreacting on Twitter.
Are you even interested in actual reforms or that will stop this from happening?
Like what? Even if we engaged in all these reforms, it wouldn't stop, because the people that are doing this,
Can you stop it? No. Can you make it a whole lot better? Yes.
there are people who won't stop calling you a dog fucker even if we made it official policy, which doesn't exist. We can't control everyone that harasses you. We can barely control Gamergate itself, as a matter of fact. There are people on 8chan who don't care about Twitter, people on Twitter who don't care about 8chan, people on Kotaku and Action who don't give a fuck about either. Gamergate isn't a cohesive movement, and the leaders you're describing are known to 8chaners as retarded e-celebs who don't do any grunt work or digging like we do.